I think that's been a big issue on the show I'm on is like a lot of people end up realizing like, oh, they were just using me for a green card.
Mm. So something crazy I've been seeing lately. Would you ever date somebody like internationally or like over like long distance?
I feel like geologically dating long distance is just a huge challenge. There's like a lot of issues that comes with it, you know?
Yeah, like what would you say is like the toughest thing about it?
I say probably for me, physical touch. Like
Mm.
I need my person to be around me.
Facts,
You
facts.
know, me and you, I think we're good looking enough. It's like there's temptation everywhere. What you want me to do? I'm supposed to hug the phone? Like,
Kiss me through the phone, Soldier Boy.
kiss me through the phone. No, I need you, girl. I need you right here next to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
just can't. I can't kiss you anymore. If I have a bad day, I can't hug you. Well, I guess I gotta go hug my mom or something. Like,
Yeah, but time zones thing too though. Like,
oh, bro, imagine the time. That's actually a really good point, bro. Like, when I wake up, you're going to sleep. Like, there's days I probably won't even hear from you. What if you gotta work a double?
so you can't even really talk about your feelings to that person, really.
No, not at all. And like, also, I don't fucking trust you as well. I don't know what you're doing. Me, I'm an overthinker. Like, if you say one day, like we talk at a certain time all the time, and then one day you're like, oh, I actually have to go do this thing that you've never done before, and you want me to believe that I'm not gonna hear from you for this month. I don't know, bro. Maybe that's me being like selfish, but like it just poses as another threat as to why I don't think the overseas thing would be healthy for me. I would go crazy. You know, I'm already crazy. It would just make it so much worse. What about you?
Sounds like trauma, but
Hey,
I agree. Nowadays, bro, it's so hard to trust. Like, I agree.
dude, like I've talked to women overseas before, and I just feel like it always ends up like fizzling out. You know, 'cause at the end of the day, like if we don't have trust, we don't really have anything. I see people who will be like, "Oh, sometimes love is enough." Fuck that. Love is not enough, especially in a long distance relationship. There needs to be assurance. There needs to be commitment. There needs to be effort. And I need to know, honestly, like I need to know where you're gonna be, who you're with, and I'm like, is that crazy of me? Am I being controlling, or like, am I just like assuring myself that this is something that's worth it? Because some people would be like, oh, it's, not all relationships are easy or relationships aren't supposed to come easy. Bro, you're making it impossible doing a long distance relationship. Like, you're so far, you're trying to trust this person and they're in a whole different country. Like, bro, if you and your girl are in the same city and you think she's cheating, you will find out.
Oh yeah,
In the same
100%,
city.
100%.
If I'm here and my girl's in Slovakia or I don't know, Sweden or some other country, I don't know no one there. I don't speak the language. I have no one to ask like, hey, did you see my shorty here?
Dude, yeah, that's.
Would you like share locations with the person?
I mean, but even then, right? Like you're in another country, right? What are you gonna? Oh, she's at some random ass street, like.
She's at Holy fan. Like I don't know where that's at.
No, I mean, you bring up a good point there, dude. Like, to me, I feel like unless the relationship is like you're forced to be in a long distance relationship, right? Like you guys were living together at some point, and maybe like jobs temporarily like put you guys somewhere else, or some new like career opportunity with like acting, blah, blah, whatever, right? Cool. Maybe we're overseas for a little bit, but are you going out and looking for it? Like that's the weird thing to me. Like, why go out and look for a long distance relationship? Why can't you have one right here at home?
Dude, I just feel like a lot of people here, and obviously, from what I do, like with entertainment, I know people were in these long distance relationships, and a lot of people were just like, "Oh yeah, I was on vacation and I ran into this person, and I think they're the love of my life." And I think a huge issue with that is because it doesn't seem like it's going to work out, they glorify it because they're like, oh, this is a unique thing.
Right.
I finally met my person, and unfortunately, they weren't in my country. It's like, did you really give that same energy to the guy that was next door or to the guy that was in that same city? Or was it because this relationship seemed like it would not work because of all these issues? It made you want to try harder, because the issue with us as people is we love what we cannot have. We love a challenge. And that's what a long distance relationship seems to. That's the ultimate relationship challenge. I'm here in California, you're in Shirkostan or whatever, and we're going to try to make it work off of what? And you're right. Like, why didn't I try to make it work with Rachel down the street? I'm trying to make it work with Sakara Danisha down in Slovakia.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's valid. That's valid. That's actually crazy because that just reminded me of this metaphor I heard the other day that compares to this. It was basically like there's two different people that you have a potential relationship with. It's the girl that gives you everything and the girl that gives you like minimal effort. Which one are you going to chase after more? The one that gives you everything or the one that gives you minimal effort?
What are you going to do?
9 times out of 10, guys are going after the girl who gives you minimal effort.
Because you want them to eventually show that effort.
Because you've gotten everything you possibly could have from the person who gave you everything.
But hey, let's also keep it real. It's not just men. A lot of girls like men who are mean.
Well, opposite, say the same thing as well. Exactly.
I just, there comes a time where I hate a barrier of like men do this, women do that. It's like women do a lot of the same things as men do. Men just get caught more, in my opinion.
Facts.
But that's a podcast for another day. I was actually talking to a friend of mine who's pretty big in my world, and she was saying when she first got her relationship with her man, he was very controlling because they were long distance. They met kind of when she was on vacation. He would make her FaceTime him and sit there while she studies because he didn't believe that she was just studying. So she would sit there and study, and he would just have the phone there, just basically watching her.
That's just
like she wouldn't even be by the phone some of the time, but he would just want to know, I have eyes on you. And if that is not the definition of controlling, I don't know what is.
See, that's crazy to me, honestly.
It's nuts, dude. Another thing, bro, is like, how would you even keep a long distance relationship interesting? If you live very, very far, say like I'm dating someone in Japan. I'm not going to Japan every month. That's a trip.
Yeah.
And I'm working, she's working. We're just FaceTiming every night. Like, what do we do to make sure this relationship doesn't get, I don't want to say boring, but like the distance is us in a way. Like we run out of things to talk about. I don't know how people keep it going. I think what you need, honestly, to keep it interesting is knowing there's going to be an end date to this distance, like something to look forward to. Maybe I guess you always have to have a trip planned or something.
So the thrill of that keeps you in the relationship, you think?
Yeah, I think like if you're dating someone overseas and y'all don't have anything to look forward to as far as seeing each other, you're gonna lose the motivation of like, oh, we're eventually gonna be together. Because I think anyone that's okay with being in long distance forever, you are either just a very like introverted person or you're cheating. You have something else and you're not does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I just don't understand how I agree with you. Like, I don't understand how you could maintain a long distance relationship without any faults, without any issues. Like you're just okay with it.
Even on my own show, like I've seen people, get frustrated with their partner because they don't have a real concession of when they're going to be able to move to the U.S. or vice versa. They're going to move to Egypt and there's not a time frame. That gets very frustrating for someone that wants it to work so bad.
Right.
If your partner doesn't have a plan of when they're going to move there, get their stuff in order, and they're just lollygagging, they're probably cheating on you. Or they're keeping you around for a purpose of their own. But I find it very selfish. Like, I would have to tell my person, like, hey, this just isn't working out. Like, we're without an end game and end goal to like, when is this distance going to end? And even say if it's a 2-year plan, at least there is a plan. But if like you're just fucking around for, 2, 3, 4 years and you end up asking them like, when is this going to end? And they're like, I don't know. They're cheating on you.
Yeah.
Something bad is going on behind your back. Are you sending the money still? Are you feeding them? Is your rent paid by them? Like, or are you paying their rent and they're just content with their life? You come see them every now and then. Like I was saying, bro, I need physical touch. Like I need my person there.
That's facts.
And like, if I know I'm not seeing you for like over a year, bro, who, hey, there could be someone else in the mix, you know, and that's why I don't know if distance would ever really be for me personally.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I agree.
And another thing, bro, segueing into is like I personally get messages from girls around the world, and they'll ask me, "Can we apply for the 90-day show?"
Mm.
And I don't like that because for one, you're using me. For two, you want a green card. I've had girls who I won't name way out of my league, you know, hitting me up, being so too nice. Like you just know. And I'm like, you want something from me, you know? And I think that's been a big issue on the show I'm on is like a lot of people end up realizing like, oh, they were just using me for a green card.
Mm.
Yeah. I just think you have to be really careful of who you decide to talk to. Just I don't know how to like tell you like really find out if they love you and if they're doing this for genuine purposes, but I do think there's signs in people to where you know like, oh, they're up to no good, or oh, they're just want to use me, or oh, like I'm gonna have a worse time when I'm here. But anyway, to wrap it up, bro, me dating someone overseas, there has to be an end game. I have to know this distance is gonna end at some point. If it's not, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know? So I hope all y'all out there that are in these long distance relationships don't take offense. I just personally think if you don't have an end goal, then there's no goal. You know, like let's just leave it there. We had a good time. Thanks for coming to visit. You know, thanks for the pictures. But
Hey, we can marry y'all over Zoom if you want.
yeah,
Let us know.
we can do a little Zoom chat. You know, something. But anyway, here at Coast to Coast, perspective is everything, and please don't take anything too personal because we love you and thank you for coming as always.